welcome to another episode of Wow TV. Thank you so much for coming in and wanting to know more about not only Wow TV, but about my guests. My guest of honor today is Konnie Labecki, who is a certified professional organizer, a productivity pro, and an NLP coach. Hello, Konnie! Finally, we're doing this. How are you today?
Hi, Angèle. Yeah, I'm doing great. I mean, we have awesome weather, literally blue skies. So, yeah, I mean, what more do you need, right?
Exactly. We need
Awesome
a smile. We need your smile, and you always brighten up the atmosphere where you are. So thank you so much, especially with that beautiful red lipstick. It suits you so much.
I know, it's my color. Classic Dior.
Yes, that's so true. So I love the title. So the title speaks so much to me. When I read professional organizer, I want to become like a little hedgehog or a hamster and run in a corner, like this, and then hide away. So, professional organizer, how did this come about?
Oh, good question. I guess I was born with an organized mom, almost over the top organized mom. And yeah, but I didn't give it much thought. I was always asked for doing projects here and there at work or later in banking. It was not what I was paid for, but it was given to me. Oh, by the way, don't you want to do that? And I did like bringing different people together in those projects, and sometimes finding that there is deeper stuff on the, underneath the surface.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't think much of it. Then baby number one came. And I enjoyed that time off. I really did, because what I did before, portfolio management and asset tax, was not really something that resonated on a deep level with me. I just did it because it paid the bills. And yeah, and then we always wanted to go as a family abroad. But I was thinking Switzerland, UK, Canada, United States, something English or German speaking of some sort. That were the languages I spoke fluent, and I know it always helps when you do that, when you can speak the language. But yeah, I guess God had other plans. Here we were. Oh, honey, we can go to Paris. Right? I was like, oh, Paris? You kidding me, right? No, Paris. Okay.
Now, the rest of the world might be excited at the word Paris, but because of the language.
No, I had heard too many other things like that. It's hard for the traveling spouse to find a job, to find the roots. And I didn't speak French, 2 words. Bonjour, merci. And I know that learning a language when you have a life full is more difficult than when you're an exchange student and you're 16 and you're living in the family and in the culture. So yeah, I was a little skeptical, but hopeful. I said, okay, I do feel God wants us there. I have no clue why, but okay, I don't, we're a team, so let's go. And it turned out that banking was not in the picture for me. I didn't speak French, and you need to speak a C1 level French, which is a fluent level. So, oh well. And I wouldn't be hired as I had dreamed by the big corporation of my husband, which is Allianz to the bigger extent, because they don't hire couples. They don't believe in hiring couples. And so, oh well, here I was, with a lot of shattered illusions, feeling very lonely and thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? Until my husband said, you know what, we can try, finding you a job, and I'm sure eventually we would be successful. But why don't you take a white sheet of paper and think about what you really want to do? And I looked at him like, me want to do? What do you mean? So it was the first time that I think anybody ever asked me what I wanted to do. It was a very strange thought. And so, okay. So I think I even took a white, those A3 things. and was, writing down, okay, what are my strengths? I don't know. So I found, I think, Gallup Strength Finder.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's a start. And yet still it didn't tell me, I wanted something or someone tell me what it is that I was supposed to do.
Because
And it
that's
didn't
what we're
come
used
up.
to. That's what we're used to, right? Everyone tells us what
Right.
we're supposed to do rather than we bring out.
Yeah. And it is unfair to make those choices yourself. And they're huge. But yeah, so here I was, and whatever came up at different times was, I like organizing. I like to create a home for everything and everybody. And I'm a very visual person. So everything for me to feel comfortable needs to look like this. And I need to find things quickly. Drives me crazy. Like the thing that drove me crazy for most of my marriage was my husband leaving, in the mornings, leaving the door and thinking, oh, my key, where's my key? Like, I don't know. I guess, where did you put it last? Oh, I don't know. And then he went frantically looking through all his trouser pants and, until, eventually I realized that's just his thing, but it drives me crazy. So, yeah, I kind of like when things are in their place, and I like helping people in that. So I thought, okay, organizing. But as I said, doesn't anybody organize? Isn't anybody kind of like to live organized? And the thing is, everybody likes to live organized, whatever that means to them. But not everybody does so. And so, well, eventually I accepted it as my gift and calling. And after I found out you actually can get paid for it through old connections or reconnecting, and finding out more about this entire industry thing in the US, I went for that. So I think I registered first in that organization, then I got certified through them, and I learned so much more, and more theoretical background and such things. And I connected, and I saw you can do it in many different ways. And so, yeah, and then I think the first opportunities arose to introduce what you're doing if you run a business, to introduce what you're doing at those expatriate women organizations. And so, deep breath. I think I even made the business cards myself in the very beginning. And I did find my first client. I was like, oh, wow, that's a sign. And so that's how it came. And then it, added on. And what I really want to do is, I believe that everybody has a birthright to live their best life possible.
I love that.
And to be their best version of themselves. But in my own story, I found I just couldn't, because there was so much junk that kept me where I had to invest so much energy into it to simply keep going.
And I love that you mentioned the word junk, because your story I relate to as well, because I moved countries as well, and I had to sit with that white sheet of paper and say, right, where do we start? And you start by looking into yourself and saying, okay, I'm good at, and you have nothing.
Yeah, there was really nothing.
And you realize that you never asked yourself this question. So maybe some people out there watching this are relating. But then it is what you do now. You declutter, you remove people's junk, not only from their life, but also from their mind. Mm-hmm. So let's go into that, because it's nice that you experienced it first. Mm-hmm. And now this is what you do with your clients. So who needs you out there besides myself? Who, like me, needs you in their life? Konnie, what do you do for people? How do you organize their life?
Right. So basically, everybody who feels there are so much more, or they can be so much more, and yet it kind of scares you off to actually have that thought, but you certainly feel you are not That's not your reality. What you feel deep inside is not what you are living out. You are kind of living small. You're always thinking you're not good enough. Who are you that people would listen to you or ask for your help in whatever it is that, you have a desire for? Because this is what I found. Our desires are actually our callings given by God or the universe, whatever you believe in. And so you better, it's your birthright to act upon them and do what you can to make them real. So your reality. But apart from that is when, like, I had so many thoughts. I thought I had my conference up here was up 24/7. We had emergency conference 24/7. I could never switch off. When I was with my children, I felt like such a failure because I wasn't in my business, and I blamed my children that I wasn't so successful in my business because of them, and vice versa. When I was in my business, I felt such a lousy mother. And apart, I never even looked into myself. I think I was kind of, I didn't have the best of relationship with myself, to put it politely. I would say maybe I was like the bird that lives, I don't even know, ostrich, I think it's called, like this big bird that walks on legs and those big, yeah. So when he doesn't want to see something, he puts his head in the sand, right? That was me. Like when I didn't want to see something, then I just ignored it. I'm still to this point. It can be a strength too, but I can push things aside until they come back up, often worse. So when you're like this, when you're feeling in any of the situations, when you're feeling you're not living the life that you would like to live, you're not maybe also professionally not so happy where you are, it is very, very often connected to who you are inside and to what you're thinking inside, what you're feeling inside. It's often connected to your past, things that you've experienced somewhere between the age of 0 and 6 till 8 that you haven't really, often you're not aware of, or you haven't worked through it, you hadn't released it. It's cluttering literally your mind and giving you all those limiting beliefs and choices that you made along the way that keep you from being who you really are meant to be.
So you're saying that whatever we experience at such a small age, we still carry with us, and you are able to dig right there and help them release whatever is stopping them from becoming their full potential?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's there are different techniques that I use. Some are really small. I work a lot with the visual mind. As I said, I'm visual. But no, we all are, as humans, our brains certainly are visual. The best way we all learn, like children, when we learn the language, we all learn it through pictures. When we go to preschool and we learn how to write or even the first numbers, we learn it through pictures. So our brain is picture oriented. So I'm working a lot with pictures because we all have a picture when we think of ourselves, right? And we all have a picture of how we want to think of ourselves. And one technique would be I switch them. So I make your brain believe in that bigger picture. And that goes really quick. I mean, if you like, I can demonstrate. That's not a problem for me anytime.
If you want to give us a taster, I don't mind. I don't mind being a guinea pig either. If you want me to do something, we can try this out. Yes, let's roll with it. Yes.
Okay. Well, okay. So is there something that you would like to be in your life that you are not yet?
And does it matter if I was in the past already? It's a TV presenter. So it's a TV presenter like Ellen DeGeneres level. That's
okay. Okay, it's good. Okay. All right. Good. Then do you have a picture of who you are now in your mind? Can you? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And you do have a picture for your future, so to say, for your wish. Okay. Then I want you to close your eyes. Okay. And I want you to bring that you're imagining now you're sitting in a movie theater. You're the only person in that movie theater, and the screen opens up, and there it is, the picture, Angèle in 2018. Okay. Now, when you look at that picture, is it black or white or color?
Color.
Okay, I have to make some notes because I cannot remember all the things you were going to tell me. Okay, is it near or far? Like, is the picture very close to you or very far away?
Quite near.
Mm-hmm. Is it bright or dim?
It's very bright.
Where, compared to where you're sitting, where is the picture? Is it in front of you? Is it behind you? Is it next to you?
In front. Plonk in front, yeah.
What's the size of the picture?
It's the full cinema screen.
So huge.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you in the picture or are you not in the picture?
I am in the picture.
Okay. Is it focused or defocused?
Focused.
Okay. Is it a movie or is it still?
It is a movie, actually, yeah.
Super. What's the amount of contrast? Like very contrasted or more blurry?
No, there's no blur. Very contrasted.
3D?
No.
Okay. Now, are there any sounds that are important?
Yes, my voice.
Good. Where is the sound located?
From the picture?
Mm-hmm. From the movie, yeah, that you're seeing.
Center bottom.
Mm-hmm. Good. Is it loud or soft?
Not so, I wouldn't call it soft. It wouldn't be loud blasting, so it's a good audible sound.
Mm-hmm. Is it fast or slow?
Neither, either. It would be understandable sound.
Good. Now, are there any feelings that are important? And give me a name for that feeling.
Excitement and joy.
Okay. All right. Now, where is that feeling located?
Around the heart center.
Okay. What's the intensity? 1 being very low, 10 being very high.
10. Very strong.
Is it steady or moving?
No, it's steady, actually.
Okay. Good. Do you feel any weight with the feeling?
I feel it's there, but it's not pulling me down.
Okay. All right. Now, that was the Angèle to 18. Now we talk about Angèle Ellen DeGeneres, okay? Do you got a visual with that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. And now what happens, actually, the movie closes. It's getting dark. The lights come on. The ice cream comes in. You choose one. You eat one. And we go again. The screen opens. And there it is. The movie of Angèle 2.0. Okay. All right. So is it black or white or color?
Color.
Is it near or far?
Far.
Is it bright or dim?
Bright.
Where is it located in comparison to your body?
Stomach, gut feeling.
Mm-hmm. What's the size of the picture?
It's very huge. It's still the cinema size.
Okay. Are you in it or not?
Yes.
Is it focused or defocused?
Focused.
Okay. Is it a movie or is it still?
Movie.
Is it 3D or flat?
Flat.
Okay. Is it, what's the amount of contrast?
It's very sharp.
Okay. Are there any sounds that are important?
Yes, my voice again as a presenter.
Okay. Where's the voice coming from?
The center of the image.
Okay. Is it loud or soft?
It's quite loud.
Mm-hmm. Is it fast or slow?
Quite pacey, more fast than slow.
Mm-hmm. Good. Are there any feelings that are important? And if so, give me a name for them.
No feeling, because I'm getting verbs. Compassion.
Okay.
And gratitude. Wow.
Okay. Good. Where are they located, the feelings?
Still in the gut
Okay.
center.
Intensity 1 to 10. 1 being very low, 10 being very intense.
Yeah, still 10. 10 very strong.
Is it steady or moving?
It's steady.
Okay. And is there any weight connected to the feeling?
Actually, there is a weightlessness of it this time.
Okay.
Lightness.
So now basically it all goes dark again. And the next thing is you need to go pee-pee. So you go pee-pee and come back. And when you come back, you see the screen. And on the screen is Angèle 2018. And in the very left corner, in the bottom, you see a tiny little thing that is brighter, that is louder, it's pacier a little bit, but it's there in the middle. And when I say 1, 2, 3, swish in a second, the small thing will explode and will go over all the screen and will be over your old picture that you're having of yourself. And it goes as quickly as 1, 2, 3, swish. Okay. So then the old picture comes back up again, but 1, 2, 3, swish. Okay. Then the old picture comes up again, and 1, 2, 3, swish. Then the old picture comes up again, and it goes 1, 2, 3, swish. Then the old picture comes up again, and it's 1, 2, 3, swish. Then the old picture comes up again, and it's 1, 2, 3, swish. The old picture comes up again, and 1, 2, 3, swish. Can you still see the old picture?
No.
Okay. Well, then you can come back into the room and open your eyes.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, that felt really good.
That was just a small little exercise, but that is basically to give you momentum, to motivation and fire and direction in your unconscious mind. So you will now, whenever a critical situation comes, you're going to see Angèle 2.0 here.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. And it's something that whilst people are watching, they can play with me because they can answer their own questions. And it's really good because when you see yourself, then because you're in the cinema atmosphere, you actually see it in front of you. So you're seeing your future self and you're feeling. I love that. Well done. That's amazing.
You're welcome.
Is that related to the NLP part of your coaching as well?
Yes, it's working with the mind. And I always have like a pre-session where people, tell me what they think. I have like 6 questions that I'm asking people, where I can also see have they ever worked on themselves or on that issue, and how they generally are as people. And then we have a talk about this, and often deeper issues come out while we talk. And then we basically together put out a strategy for our work together. And because I mean, we ought like to have this wonderful miracle, you know, today we are person A and tomorrow we're person B, like the higher version of ourselves. And yet it is not possible like this. It's like a process of different steps that takes us there. And yeah, it's work, but when you're willing to do the work and facing some unpleasant feelings here and there, and some tears too, they belong to that as well, then you can release all your sugar feelings. I also do timeline therapy, which basically means all of your existence is lined up on a line. We all have it. It's all different for us. So there is no, oh, the line has to go from back to front or something. But I help you find it to solicited, it's the word, but actually it means I help you find your line. And then I help you find the root cause, the very first event that led you to anger and to all those guilt and hurt and all that. And then we dive right into it, and I basically communicate with your unconscious mind, and through asking questions, help your unconscious mind to release.
That's such a beautiful journey. And this is the journey that you rightly call the journey to get to the version of your extraordinary life, right?
Right. Because like I couldn't see for myself. I always lived what other people expected of me for different reasons. I wanted to be praised by my mother, for example. I always thought, oh, when I'm just good enough, you know, my peers will actually like me because I was the outcast. That never happened. So that's, you know, whatever you do in life, you actually do it because you want it, and you feel it brings you further, because anything else is just big bullshit, at least in my life experience and what I've seen in my clients. But yeah, so I always did. I was very good and trained in adapting myself in pleasing others, or going the way they thought was right for me, but never really was happy in what I was doing or living my life, or, you know, I always thinking the big happy thing is coming later. But actually today is the day that you can make your best day yet. It's not tomorrow, and it's also not yesterday, but it's today. And for the longest time, I didn't really was enthusiastic about getting up today. Yeah, until I started to face and or to be aware, or to allow the awareness that certain areas in my life were totally not right, and had to, and that I could not do it myself, because all I did was ignoring it, and it came back up. So I think the way, or the ways are very different, how you heal or how you start tackling objects or things that are not wonderful for you. But you have certainly the power to change everything in your life and create the life that you want when you're willing. Of course, you need commitment, and it's not easy. Maybe simple steps, but not easy steps. But yeah, and then you have that power. We all have that power within us to either love the life we live, to change the life we live, or to leave, in a way, the life we live and create a new one.
I liked the word that you use, which is allowing, which is something that I think us women especially, we beat ourselves up for every little thing that happens to us, instead of allowing ourselves to, you know, to, in this case, allowing ourselves to come to you so that you can take us on this journey and bring out this power and see what was stopping us in the past, and then literally own it all back. So I absolutely love that. And I want to obviously mention your live events. This was something that we had chatted about number of months ago now, but it's happening.
Yeah.
So live event is a highlight that Konnie is organizing and putting together in a very extraordinary way. So let's just close with this so we get people enthusiastic, not only to find you on social media, and we'll put all the details in the description below, but tell us what the live event, what are they to expect?
All right. So for the longest time, like especially when I came here to Paris, like, oh, what am I gonna do? I had no idea what my goals were, what my dreams were really, how to get there, how to live my day-to-day life in a way that I achieve or come closer to my goals or my dreams. And yes, we have that power. So we often live very active lives, but we don't live very productive lives. There is a huge difference between activity and productivity. And this is an event for all women. Hey, if you're a man and want to come, please join. There are lots of women around you. But it's really about getting crystal clear, what are your core values? How can do I find my core values in my goals and in what I think were my priorities or not? What are my goals and priorities and dreams? What business would I like to have? What life would I like to live? What career would I like to have? And then to really break it down into very simple steps, not easy, okay? Simple steps. How to, after you determine, to schedule it and to find support, and to basically, there are 6 simple steps that lead you finally to creating that. And no matter if there are changes or if there are obstacles along the way, you always can adapt. You have the tools to adapt your life planning and to stay in the right energy and to take care of yourself. That's actually one of the most crucial parts of a good time management. Time management is nothing else than self-management. Yeah. And so the most important part is taking good care of yourself, because when your energy tank is full, you can give. When your energy tank is empty, you're running on low, actually below low often, and then you're snapping or you're just not being yourself.
I love that. And I love that you said that you're going to give tools that they're going to take for life. This is not just during the event. This is tools that they will learn and skills that they will learn that they can apply
absolutely
during their life and for their businesses.
Yes, it's like for the rest of their life. It's totally transformational. It will literally transform the life as you walk in as one person and you walk out as a different one.
And walk out as the best version of yourself, right?
Right, exactly. So I call it dreams, goals, and plans. Mm-hmm. And you get a 90-day accountability in the group. I will show up in the group and I will, personally keep you accountable for the steps for the next 90 days after the event.
Brilliant.
And there will be lots of experts. There will be probably 2 experts besides me, because it's a day event. It's the food is all there, the coffee, the tea, the drinks, you're pampered, you're taken care of. And there will be some great raffle prizes that are very Parisian, because it will be in Paris. Oh. And anybody who knows me knows I have a high pampering
pamperometer.
Yes. I like spying and stuff like that. So it will be in George V. That's a 4-season hotel. And I'm also working on a deal with the amazing Abby Wilkes to make pictures of you, she's a professional photographer. She's amazing. She really brings out your innermost soul. And then I'm working on a deal with a makeup artist. So that would be obviously the VIP version of the ticket. But if you just want to have the event, also with nice, wonderful surprises and just like-minded women or men around you, then this is where you want to be. And it's on January 11th. I like the day.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Not only what you're doing, the event, the process. What I love is that a person comes to you and they exit from wherever they touched, if it's sessions or the event or even just speaking with you, but they exit as a diva. And I love that. That's because right. You really make the person shine, you really make the person smile, you really make the person, you know, realize that they have this power within and they can share it with the rest of the world. That's Konnie, right. Thank you so much. You've been such an inspiration. You've been very relatable. You've been vulnerable and you showed your story. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. It was amazing for us.
It was a great talk. I loved it.
Thank you so much for being here. And I hope the viewers watched this and enjoyed it as much as I did, because I was like, okay, guinea pig moment. So if you'd like to contact Konnie, as you know, there are the details in the description. Anything else to close for our viewers, Konnie, from your end?
No, just, you know, allow yourself to be who you're meant to be. That's really where it starts, and then the rest comes. But yeah,
I love that. Allow yourself, ladies, to be where you're meant to be. Thank you so much, Konnie Labecki, this amazing and professional organizer, NLP coach, creator and founder of this event. Is going to happen on the 11th of January 2019. Be there. See you there. Thank you, Konnie. Thank you, Wondrous Online Women, for watching this episode. See you next time. Bye.
See you next time. Thanks for having me.